Half my kids were sitting under a tree because they had nowhere to play. They were all waiting for the handicap swing. So I turned to our physical therapist that, hey, this isn't okay. We need to figure out something so that all of our kids can play together. The kids right now with mobility issues, it's really tricky because wheelchairs don't go on those wood chips. Walkers don't go on those wood chips. I believe it was an extra $500,000 to remove all the wood chips and for the rubberized. So we decided we were
$500,000
to do both of the playgrounds.
Wow.
It's kind of like a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
Except that the wheelchair goes in there. Chair
No
on one
way.
side, you have a bench.
That's cool.
So now, when this gets done, I will be able to actually play with my grandchildren.
Exactly.
That crossed my
You
mind
know,
about a minute
They don't have
ago.
to stay at the sidewalk
They
or
don't have
whatever it
Just the
might
kids,
be.
But this
Yes.
is going to help.
So it's going to help families. It's going to help grandparents. It's going to help everybody.
These are not your tax dollars.
No.
This is money being raised in our community to provide this to our community, essentially.
Come on, Princeton, let's do this.
Yeah, exactly.
If you or someone that you know has a child that may have a disability or just has a harder time being able to play with the kids on the playground or of other scenarios like that, then this podcast is for you, because we're looking at, and we have people on our podcast today that are going to go over and cover what it looks like to get inclusive playgrounds here at our primary and intermediate schools. So if that's something that interests you, that applies to you, please pay attention, share this video with someone else, and let's dive into it. Welcome to the Princeton Podcast, your go-to source for everything happening in and around Princeton. Join your hosts, Zach, Mary, and Kim, three locals who live and work right here in Princeton, as we bring you the latest events, exclusive interviews with local businesses, and stories that make our town special. Your community, your stories, your podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the City of Princeton. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And now let's jump into the video.
All right. Welcome, Jeff, Melinda, and Scott to our podcast. We are so excited today to learn about this all-inclusive playground that you guys have been working so hard on.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. So why don't you start by telling us what is the Princeton Inclusive Playground? How did this all get started, and kind of the history and background?
It all started about 5 years ago when I was teaching ESY, which is our special ed extended school year. And all of a sudden, I watched half my kids were sitting under a tree because they had nowhere to play. They were all waiting for the handicapped swing. And so I turned to our physical therapist that fall and I said, hey, this isn't okay. We need to figure out something so that all of our kids can play together. So then we met with all of the district people and got everybody on board. And it took about 3 years to get to the point where we could start raising money. And so that's where we're at now. So
That's a lot of planning in 3 years
3 years
of
of
planning before fundraising.
Yes.
So the
Yep.
planning part was kind of figuring out what you would want and how it would mix in with or what was behind the planning?
It was more getting everybody on board, saying, because I had to go to the school board and I had to go, we had planning meetings to just see if it was even feasible to do. And so we just met a couple times a year, just kind of updated everybody, like what our thoughts were and what we wanted to do to move forward. And finally got the approval to start fundraising. And that was about 15 months ago.
And I see a lot of it on social media. I mean, you guys have done a great job because I see, you've done garage sales and and the shoe fundraiser and tons of other stuff. So it's got to be more than just you three. There's got to be a team behind you.
It's actually, Jeff is very involved. Scott just joined us, and it is our physical therapist and myself. And then we have a bunch of people who come if they can, but really it is a small group.
So you guys are the core.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a small group, but like Melinda said, Melinda and our physical therapist, Maria, they've done an unbelievable amount of work on this whole process.
Okay.
It's just amazing how much they put into it, time and energy and coordination. It's just, without those two, this wouldn't even be possible. We wouldn't be sitting here. So
Before we talk about all the details that's in between opening it or actually getting it, what date are you looking at? Like, what is your goal?
Within a couple of years.
Okay.
So we have applied for the Lions International Grant if we receive that in August, we will be able to break ground for the first phase next spring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So, can you kind of talk about what's there now as far as a playground and what do kids have available to them now versus what this might look like?
The kids right now with mobility issues, it's really tricky because wheelchairs don't go on those wood chips and walkers don't go on those wood chips. So, and we really only have the one piece of equipment that they can get to themselves.
Is that the swing?
The
The
swing.
big swing? Okay.
Yep. Yep. So it will look very different, I'm hoping, after our project is finished.
And are the wood chips, are they those rubber, or are
They're-
they actual wood chips?
There are actual wood chips.
So are they replacing those every year or adding maybe?
They're adding
Okay.
to them every year.
Okay.
They have to be up at a certain point on the cement so that they know that there's enough there for the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, this is kind of getting into the plan, but there's one big playground I'm trying to picture now behind both elementary schools, correct?
Yes.
That's kind of, and so this would be in addition, or would it kind of just start over?
Nope, we are actually just adding equipment and rubberized paths to both of the playgrounds behind the elementary schools.
I see. So all the wood chips come out and then, no.
No, not all the wood chips. It was about an extra, let me think, I believe it was an extra $500,000 to remove all the wood chips and pour the rubberized. So we decided we were
$500,000?
to do both of the playgrounds.
Wow.
So we decided,
That's
you know what?
crazy.
Paths are good.
Paths will work. We'll take it.
Yeah, paths.
And the
So-
thing is that the longer it takes to fundraise, the more that cost continues
yeah.
to rise.
Yes.
That's what's hard about it.
Yes.
You don't want to, it's almost like you keep falling behind. You know, you're chasing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We originally were about 300,000 and now we're at 365 and we've gotten advice to just keep planning on 400 for right now.
Wow.
It's just going to
Yeah.
go up and up.
And it started at 3. That's incredible. Wow.
Yep.
So what can you give us some examples of kind of things that you're looking for the playground that will be an addition?
Yes. So we're going to put those rubberized paths down to the big piece with all the with all of the slides. Because we do have some students in wheelchairs that have enough upper body strength that they are able, with that path, they're able to actually go to that big piece and get out of their chairs, and then they're able to climb the big piece, do all the slides, do all of that.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have a path to there. We're going to have a path to the tire swing, as well as the swings, as well as a couple other pieces, and then the new equipment that we're putting in. So we are planning on it's kind of like, sorry about that. It's kind of like a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
Except that the wheelchair goes in there. So on one side you can have a wheelchair,
No
and one
way.
side you have a bench.
That's cool.
So you've got the child who's mobility issue. They've got that, and then they've got a bench for all of their peers, so they can do it together.
they can all do it together.
Yes.
I
yes.
love that because, when you're talking inclusive,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's not just separate equipment.
That's a
It's
perfect
things that,
example.
yes, that
Correct.
is so neat.
And then there is a merry-go-round. I still think of it as a merry-go-round, but it is right straight to the ground. So the wheelchair can
yeah.
go right onto the merry-go-round, and then the kids can either hang on and wheel around it So they can go onto it, they can hold on and wheel around it. Their peers can all be on there with them. The peers can be pushing it around. So that one I'm looking forward to watching as well.
I cannot wait to see
Yes.
that in action because my mind goes right to the old metal
Yeah.
where you're flying off and holding on for dear life, and kids are like doing the running start,
Yep.
jumping on.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. But it's flat to the ground, so the wheelchairs and the walkers can go on there as well.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then we have a couple of older pieces, not older pieces, but older kid pieces going on the intermediate as well.
Okay.
We're adding musical instruments out there so that the kids can play together. We're adding a sensory tunnel to the primary school so they can go through the tunnel together and feel all the different sensory pieces on the walls.
Oh.
We're hoping to add a fence around part of the primary, and it's not to keep the community out, it's to keep our little runners in.
Exactly.
And then we're adding some basketball hoops that will be put farther down in the ground, so they will be able to have the kids can do the basketballs from their chairs.
Oh, cool.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
It is so neat. I love it.
And everybody can use this equipment. Like
Absolutely.
all the children.
The
will be able to use
inclusive part
this.
of it is
Yeah.
really, really cool. You know,
Yeah.
when we're out there with anybody, it's just fun to watch them all mingle and they work together. And this is just going to open
Exactly.
up doors to that too. And
Yeah, way.
it's really fun to watch.
And create some new friendships.
sure.
And yeah, that is amazing. I love it.
We're also adding a cement path to the learning forest because the
forest.
on the other side of the primary school, there's a big forest that is teachers will take their kids out in to learn about nature, science will take them out there.
There's wooden benches in there.
There's little
and-
benches.
Cool.
And so classrooms will take their kids out there to do a scavenger hunt or something like that. And you can, the hill doesn't look very steep until you try to drag a wheelchair backwards up it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And so part of this project, we are going to put an ADA sidewalk that goes all the way up to the forest so our kids can move themselves up there.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're trying to build that independence. And when they always have to have a para pulling them up,
Yes.
this way they can go just with their friends.
Yes. And they can just be on their own like everybody else is.
Just like everybody
Yeah.
else.
That's
Yep.
awesome. I love it.
So why do you think this is so important for Princeton? Like, is there like a certain number of, have you looked at all like that data, like a certain number of kids that need that accessibility? Is that quite high?
Between the primary and the intermediate school, currently we have 6 children in wheelchairs,
Okay.
which doesn't seem like a lot. But then you have to also look at our population of our ASD students, our DCD students, who they may have physical disabilities, they may have those struggles of walking. They can walk on their own, but those wood chips they end up falling.
Yeah.
And we want all of those kids to be able to be out there and play together. And some of the kids, they only want to swing because that's all they're used to. And so without having anything else, they literally sit under the tree during recess.
And then they wait their
And
turn.
they wait their
I mean,
turn.
I think every single playground should be
Yes.
inclusive, of course. But yeah, so are you adding another swing since that's so popular?
We have looked at that, and I'm not sure if that ended up being in the final cut or not.
Okay.
But I believe at intermediate we are, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
What's been the response from the community about, like this is something we really want to do and add to our schools? What's been the response that you've heard?
It's been very positive. It's been, that sounds great. All kids should be able to play together. We have community members who are in wheelchairs that have come up to me and said, that now when this gets done, I will be able to actually play with my grandchildren.
Exactly.
That crossed my
You
mind
know,
about a minute
They don't have
ago.
to stay at the sidewalk
They
or
don't.
whatever
Just
it
the
might
kids
be.
that
Mhm.
this is going to help.
So it's going to help families. It's going to help grandparents. It's going to help everybody be able to just be together.
I love that.
So before we get into some of the fundraising and some of your milestones, let's just take a quick break.
Okay.
And then we will come back and talk money. All right.
We're 1 hour from the cities and 1 hour from the cabin. We're at the crossroads where good food, cold beer, and small towns collide. Princeton's got pizza that'll change your road trip plans, tacos that belong on your camera roll, and a brewery that will probably just make you forget about where you're going. And if you're into adrenaline, our racetrack has got you covered. And if you're into chill, we have parks, rivers, trails, and enough space for you to breathe. Princeton, it's not on your bucket list, but it should be.
All right. So next week we're going to talk about fundraising and how that's going money. So what are some milestones? Did you kind of set? You talked about you've been doing it for 15 months and that you started at a goal of 300,000. Now it's more like 400. So what are some milestones that you've reached along the way or had goals for?
We were really excited when we hit $100,000. So we're just over $100,000 now. Every event, I'm just amazed at the amount of people in the community that come out and support us. It's really amazing to me. We had contacted the Lions Club, and we had been talking to the Lions about when we get to a certain point, about $150,000, we were going to write this matching grant from International. And all of a sudden this year, they said, hey, we got to do this year because you guys are making movement, and we'll figure out how we get to that 150. But we need to do it this year because it's only every other year. And so they thought we had a really good shot at it this year. So that's what we're hoping. But it was kind of funny because all of a sudden it was like, yep, let's get together. We got together. Yep, this grant needs to be written in about the next 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay. So I wrote a lot of the information that the Lions wouldn't know. And then I got it to them within 2 weeks, and it was, I believe, 49 pages of information.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's where Scott comes into play in your committee, because you're a Lion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jack Breitkreitz is probably the biggest one behind the Lions International grant.
Okay.
It has the possibility that they've got $150,000 in their kitty now with the 100 that they've raised, and the Lions have given 50 or 60 at this point. And there had to be 150,000 in there, and then the matching grant could be for up to another 150.
Okay.
So that's pretty amazing.
Well,
if
Yeah,
we
it
get
is.
that'd be
that.
huge.
And I'm not truly involved on that side other than I am a Lion, and I'm totally in favor of it. But Melinda and is it Marissa?
Maria.
Sorry.
Yep.
See, I haven't been there that long.
That
When they came to the Lions meeting, I thought this is really a worthwhile project. And I said, I think I know a lot of people who would make donations to this. So I've joined their committee in hopes that I can raise some more funds.
To get to the point that needs.
Talk to personal people and get some personal donations. And I think we can raise quite a bit more money that way too.
Yeah. And even if you are
So I'll be
awarded the
calling
grant.
you.
Yeah. Everybody be ready for a call.
Right.
So if you get to that point, then you have another 150. So you'll be at 300,000, but then you still need
Our
another
fingers crossed.
100,000.
Yeah.
So there's still money to be raised for sure.
Then they'll continue to do the fundraising that they're doing already, and they've done a fantastic job with all the little events that you've been doing. It's amazing
Amazing.
how it all adds up.
Honestly.
Congratulations, that's
Yeah.
super.
Have businesses gotten involved yet?
Some have. Some have been very involved. I know that Scott was going to go to some other businesses that he knows of. We've always got opportunities for businesses. We've got sponsorships of events. We've got, if they want us to come in and talk with them, we would be glad to do that. it's just, we got to keep it moving.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Keep
It's
it. Yeah.
educating people.
Yes.
I mean, hopefully that, this podcast, we can get out to, our whole community and they can learn more about it and get involved. That was one of our questions, volunteering. Do you need more help? Do you need more volunteers to help
Absolutely.
fundraise?
Absolutely.
And how
So
would somebody do that?
they can just go to our website and, or they can email me. So there's a lot of information on our website, and then, or they could personally email me through my ISD, and we would reach out right away. We also have a volunteer list that every time we have a meeting, the email goes out. Every time we have an event coming up, the email goes out to that whole group.
Okay.
So
Show up if you can.
show up if you can. And that's the thing, is we don't necessarily, if you decide you're going to come and volunteer with us, it's not going to be a all the time type of thing.
Right.
You're going to get the emails, hey, we're doing a brat sale at Coburn's, who can help us out? So it's really on your own schedule. And then we have a meeting every month after school, and we just get together and say, okay, what's our new event that we have upcoming, and what are some other ideas? That's another thing, is we just, people have come to us with ideas, and we're like, sure, let's
Try it.
try it. One of our teachers came and said, hey, we should have a car show. And I went, I've never even been to a car show.
And that was a big
And
success, wasn't
It was
it?
a huge success.
Yeah.
We had over 100 cars. And it was just, we had the food trucks and the raffle, and I'm hoping that the Lions will help us with a 50-50 raffle this year.
You're doing another car show.
We are.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And we're adding a craft fair to it the same day.
Perfect.
And when is this?
October 3rd.
Okay.
So it's 10 to 2, and we're hoping for even more cars this year
Where will this be held?
at the primary and intermediate backlot.
Oh, that's where that's where it was the first time too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember hearing a lot about it, and then I feel like it was the day of. I was like, oh my gosh, this is for the inclusive playground. I didn't
Yeah.
know that at the beginning of it, but I knew a ton of people that went to it.
Yeah.
I also think that it's really important, as we're talking about fundraising, for people to know that this is not through the school district.
Yes.
So even though it's going to be at the school, I just want people to know, because I am sure there's people out there going, our tax dollars, our tax dollars. These are not your tax dollars.
No.
This is money being raised in our community to provide this to our community, essentially. So during school hours, it's closed to the public because we got to keep our kids safe and make sure that it's just those students there. But after school hours and weekends, and it's open to the community. Am I right about that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Okay.
I've had a lot of homeschool parents reach out as well, and they're like, can we come? And I said, absolutely, as long as it's not during school hours. It's a community park.
Absolutely. That's great. That's fantastic. So what kind of events have you done? You mentioned the car show. What other events have you done over the past 15 months?
We have done a coin drive at the primary school. We've done we did that not this last year, but the year before. And the kids got so excited. And if they brought in dollars, then they got a little piece of paper that had a popsicle on it. And we made this big display. And the winning class had popsicles on the playground with our principal.
Oh, fun.
So that was kind of, and it was so fun. The kids were like, parents were coming up to me and saying, you know what? I have no change left in my car. It's all gone to the playground.
Yeah, like, please.
That's a great idea.
That
though.
is a great
So
idea.
they want to get rid of their change. And
And then Intermediate had a coin drive this year. So that was fun to watch them participate and be able to raise some money. And they brought in a lot of dollars because the dollars would counteract the coins. So I have had, my nephew has done this in Elk River in his school. So people bring in all their coins, and then kids will bring in $1 and say, I want this dollar to go in this specific teacher's classroom. So that deletes part of the money that they have already raised.
Oh,
so it's a big
so you can, like,
competition
yes.
to see who brings in the most money and who can we take money away from, basically.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, how fun.
very fun for the 3rd through 5th graders.
And then you recently did a shoe drive?
We did a shoe drive. We were able to collect, we ended up with 111 bags of 25 shoes each.
Wow.
25 pairs of shoes each.
And where did that go?
That a company came and picked it up from us, and what they do is they bring it to communities that have less opportunities. So they might bring it to low-income families. They might, but most of it actually went overseas.
Really?
Yep, and they actually, yes, they distribute shoes to people who need it, but they actually teach families how to start a small business.
Oh,
And
cool.
they teach them how to, polish the shoes and sell the shoes, and that helps the family bring income in.
Oh, that is so cool. How
And
did you
then-
find out about that?
Maria was doing some Google dives,
Yeah.
and it became a fundraiser idea, and
And so they pay you for collecting all the shoes.
Yeah, we got 11. No, what did we get? $1,111.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. So, and the community was great. I mean, we had shoes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I bet.
So,
And then you hosted a walk,
5K.
yes.
walk, run, and roll.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was fun. We just decided, you know what? Let's try a 5K.
Yeah.
And we had a 1K as well that a lot of our students in wheelchairs did. Actually, I thought a lot more of our students would do the 1K, and many of them decided to do the 5K.
That's so
it was
cool.
At that endless energy.
Their first 5K in their wheelchair. So that was
That
super
is
fun.
so neat.
Yep. We had a great turnout. We had a beautiful day. We had some food trucks there. We had chalk for the kids. We had a story. There's a story about some friends who decide they're animals, and they decide they're going to build an inclusive playground. And so we had that book blown up, and we had it throughout the 5K so the kids could read the story, the
Along the
families could
way.
read the
You
story.
guys are so creative. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And are you going to do that again?
Yeah, it was a great success. We had a lot of people say that they
Do
would
it
like
again.
to do it again.
You know, when you have the money raised, you're going to probably have to keep that going.
I
You
know,
realize that,
I
right?
know. Yes.
Because you do that in the fall or the...
We just did it in May.
You did it in May. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say it just happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's going to be great. I
Yeah.
think that's awesome.
And then last year we did the community garage sale as well at the intermediate school, and that was a huge success with donations from the community throughout the summer and on our donation day. So we're going to do that again this year. That is going to be August 3rd is going to be the community donation. We are doing it at the middle school this year.
Okay.
So, and then the garage sale will be the 5th, 6th, and 7th.
So how does that work? Do you guys just run the whole garage sale, or people can come and have a garage sale there of their stuff?
Nope, we run the whole
You run the
garage
whole
sale.
thing,
Yep,
wow.
and it's all Goodwill donations.
You guys are hard
so
workers.
people come in and they can give what they can. We had one mom come in and get a bunch of baby stuff. She was 9 months pregnant and she didn't have the money, and she gave us $40. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. This is all I have." I said, "That's perfect."
Yeah, absolutely.
So we felt good about helping community members as well.
For sure.
So that was a fun activity.
You could probably
last
make
year.
quite a bit of money off Lost and Found.
One mom did come and say, "Did you take some of the lost and found?
Because I think that's
Because this is
Well,
my
buy it back."
Yep, this is my company and this is my kid's sweatshirt." I said, "Yes, we did."
yeah, that'll be $10.
And you can buy it back.
So it's nice. We take the lost and found in the spring, and our Onward program washes it for us.
Perfect.
And brings it back to us, and then that's part of our garage sale. as well.
Very cool.
Now, I know you guys had a GoFundMe. Is that still out there?
We do not have
Oh,
a
you
GoFundMe.
don't have
we
one.
Don't. Because it's associated with the school district, we're not allowed to have a GoFundMe.
Okay, I don't
And
know why I
so
thought that you did.
We had talked about it,
Okay.
but due to certain business laws and everything, even though we're run out of the PTO,
Yeah.
we can't have a GoFundMe.
Shoot.
You are a nonprofit. You're a 501c3, correct?
Yes. Yes.
But are you your own, or you're under the PTO?
We are under the PTO.
Okay, but
Yep.
the PTO is a 501c3.
Yes.
Got it.
And
Okay.
they house our funds in a separate account. So because we didn't know how that would work.
Right.
And so we went to them and said, hey, can you just open an account for us and just we'll put all the money in there. And that's how we've been doing it.
That's perfect.
Do you have Venmo? Or do you take Venmo?
We do take Venmo, PayPals. We have a donation on our site. So yeah, and then the PTO has a credit card machine, and so they've been loaning that out to us for our last few events.
Okay.
That's nice to have.
Yes.
Because people don't seem to carry cash anymore.
No, they don't.
No.
Let's go back to your website. Is it a page off of the school website, or is it completely separate?
Completely separate.
Okay, what is that website? How will people find you
Let me see.
to give all their money?
All right, it is https :/ it's just www.princetoninclusiveplayground.org.
All right, we will link that to
Yep.
the podcast as well.
www.princetoninclusiveplayground.org. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. And so you can go to the website, you can volunteer, you can donate, you can see how the fundraisers are going on and partake. Is there anything that we missed, Scott, Jeff?
I just want to share a couple of ideas on how people can make donations to this, beyond what Melinda's been doing here. But again, fantastic job. I've kind of come in with a different approach that I want to approach some of the businesses, but businesses, as you know, get hit for everything that goes on. So I'm going to try to hit individuals for donations. And one of the ways that people can donate is through highly appreciated assets.
Okay.
And what that would be is if maybe you bought Google stock 20 years ago, and I don't know the numbers exactly, but maybe it went from $10 to $200 a share.
And say that again.
So maybe 20 years ago you bought Google stock and it went from $10 to now it's $200. I think it's way higher in
Okay.
actuality. But so if you were to sell that, you would have $190 of appreciated asset there where you have to pay capital gains tax on.
Okay.
Okay, so you could avoid that tax if you were to give Google stock directly to the PTO. So we've opened up a brokerage account that will accept highly appreciated assets. So
Highly appreciated assets.
What did you used to do before you retired?
I was a financial advisor.
I was like, this is all coming out now. That is so cool, though.
But yeah, it's a great way where you can avoid having to pay taxes on the capital gains, and you can get full value of whatever your donation is as a write-off for your taxes. So it's kind of I don't know if you want to call it a loophole, but it's an opportunity for
Yeah.
somebody who's sitting on an asset that they just hate to get rid of because they have to pay a lot of taxes.
Right.
It's a way they could give it to any nonprofit. It could be this one, but it could be the church. It could be
So
any
it's a
501c3.
transfer.
Yeah. So it's just a tool that's out there for, if you have it in your heart to give to any nonprofit, that's something you could do. Another thing that is available out there too is called a QCD. It's Qualified Charitable Donation. And it comes out of your IRA. And for anybody who's 72 or older, and I'm not.
Not
Getting close, though.
even, not even
Getting
close.
Yeah, getting there. But when you turn 72, you have a required minimum distribution you have to take from your IRA. IRS says you have to start to take some money out now. Well, when you do, you have to pay taxes on that money because it's never been taxed. Well, if you would like to, you could take some of that RMD and you could donate it directly to the PTO again, or any nonprofit as far as that goes. And you can avoid having to pay the taxes on it. So,
Really?
yeah, it's another donation. And it avoids being counted as income to you when you take it out as well. So there's some tax opportunities, savings in that area
Sure.
too. So
It's like a win-win.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the kind of thing that, I would like people, if they're interested in that, to talk to me, or to talk to their tax person to make sure that it works for them. But that's kind of the angle that I'm going at, and of course I'll accept a check too.
Right, yeah, that'll work, or cash.
Coins, check.
But I'm trying to help people, I'm trying to convince them, maybe you could give us $1,000 or something, and this is a way you could do that without it really costing you $1,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it'd be, the $1,000 would normally cost them more than, they wouldn't get $1,000 pulling that out
Right.
after you taxes.
Right.
So,
right,
yeah.
right. So hoping that will hit the nerve of a few people. and say,
Yeah,
"You know,
that's a great idea.
Good way to do that, yeah.
That's a great idea.
So be ready for Scott to come and find you all.
It'd be better if you just find me.
Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh.
We'll put your information.
There you go. There you go.
Email, cell,
You're welcome to
home
it.
address.
This will be great.
Yeah. Anything else from you, Jeff?
I think word of mouth advertising is always the best. So,
Yep.
people just spreading the word. Every time we have an event, there's more people that show up and they I didn't know anything about it. I can't wait to tell so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, but it's just such a cool thing for our community. And I'd like to see, more people become involved, not necessarily volunteering, but just attending the events and just see how much of a good time it is. I mean, it
Exactly.
really is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
And the joy that this is going to bring
Oh, it's going to be the
to
best.
all the kids.
It's going to be the best. Yeah.
Come on, Princeton, let's do this.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be great. Well, thank you all three so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. We learned a lot about
Yeah.
the playground and what you're all doing and things you need. And so hopefully this will help get the word out for you as well.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you
right.
so much for having us here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, till next time, this is Kim and Mary signing off. This is Princeton. Stay here,
Play here. Our cute little
That was
ending.
cute.
Aww.
Little Andy.
Wow.